What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about some news surrounding the next Jurassic movie and what's going on with the general plot. While I seriously don't think that the rumors of human hybrid dinosaurs are going to be real and in the new movie, I do think that the evidence of them filming in Hawaii and the fact that David Koepp is coming back are good pieces of info that could at the very least lead into the idea of us getting an island-centered story, or at the very least some flashback scenes, you know what I mean. I've already got a video going over all of that, but in more recent news, one of the cast members from Jurassic World Dominion has spoken about their involvement with the new film. Okay, so this information is actually really interesting regarding the new movie. So recently, Dewanda Wise actually spoke to Collider about the new Jurassic Park movie, and it looks like the subject of her involvement with the new film was brought up. Now, there's actually already a few articles with this info in them that's on the internet, so it's kind of concrete, but when asked about whether or not she would be in the new film, she said this: "Because it's you, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't think so, and that makes me sad." Now, while this doesn't necessarily mean that they couldn't just call Dewanda Wise up, like right after that article got published, and maybe film a cameo for her in the future or something, I think it does kind of give us good evidence that they're trying to move away from what Jurassic World Dominion ended with. If Dewanda Wise was going to be in this movie, she would have said that she thought she was going to be in this movie, but they asked her, she said, "No, I don't think so," and that kind of makes me sad. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with the more negative reviews of Dominion. I myself am someone who thinks it's probably the least good Jurassic Park movie ever made. But yeah, I'm sure she wanted to come back and do something, so it's unfortunate for her. She's done other good work before. It's just, Jurassic World Dominion is a very different kettle of fish when compared to the, Jurassic Park brand as a whole. Now, one of the things that I think is really unfortunate for the Jurassic World trilogy is the fact that at the end of the day, they kind of went back on their whole idea of a totally Jurassic world. That's in the title. Like, the end of Fallen Kingdom was what set that stuff up. That's what we thought they were going to do. Even people that really hated that movie worse than Jurassic Park 3 were excited to see what a Jurassic World would look like. But instead, they went for a more coexist message with the final part of the series. And my best guess is, since Dewanda Wise's character is a former Biosyn dinosaur smuggler of sorts that flies a plane and kind of just works with dinosaurs in any capacity now, the filmmakers probably didn't really seem to know what to do with any of that. And this is kind of the problem that I think they ran into, not necessarily because of her character. I mean, it's also Ramsey Cole. It's also really Ian Malcolm alone. Let's be real. You can write a character any way you want. They could give her a tranquilizer gun and drop her off on Site B if they wanted to. But because of the actual place that Dominion itself ended, with people and dinosaurs kind of coexisting in this sort of, I'm gonna say, anti-Jurassic Park message, which in my opinion, that really is what it kind of has become, maybe even unconsciously. I think the filmmakers probably just didn't know what to do with any of it. I mean, that's my best guess anyways. Either way, it looks like without her involvement at this early stage, that the movie isn't going to really use her in the way that I think a follow-up to The Spirit of Dominion would lead us to believe. Again, they could write whatever they want. Franklin was a nerdy guy that worked with technology in Fallen Kingdom and screamed on the island, but in Dominion, he was somehow working for the CIA and had a totally different voice and everything.
Exchange in Malta sometime tomorrow, cash for cargo.
You can change something up with the writing, but to change up where Dominion left off, where the entire world is, I think that was probably too daunting of a task to follow, because what that movie basically does is say, hey, it doesn't matter that the dinosaurs got out, which means it didn't really matter that Jurassic Park failed back in the 90s either, I guess, because everything's gonna be totally fine. And I know that if it was my job to follow that up, I'd probably want to distance myself from it too. Unless you say psych and go Planet of the Dinosaurs or something, I don't know. But if I had to make a logical guess, I'd say this could also mean the actual treatment of the dinosaurs is going to be less coexist with its messages and more back to the whole man versus nature thing we got from the earlier entries. And I only say that because dinosaurs are always going to be the target thing for this franchise. Star Wars has the Force, Jaws has sharks, Indiana Jones has Indiana Jones, and dinosaurs not only being dinosaurs but actually terrorizing people is kind of That's like what Jurassic Park's all about, and it's kind of hard to do that when the last movie's got a mosasaurus hanging out with whales. That even seems uncharacteristic. It's a little strange, don't you think? So moving away from the ideas of the whole Dominion thing seem to be what they're doing here, because again, that does seem to be what not only fans want, but general audiences as well with Dominion's reception. And look, guys, again, this is just my own theories and speculation at this point in time. Just my own 2 cents. So in my opinion, this really does mean that this movie seems to be taking a step away from the Trevorrow trilogy and more towards something different, or at the least it's saying something different that we haven't seen in a while. I wouldn't be shocked if we actually had a completely new cast and plot with all of this info. I mean, Frank Marshall did say it was going to be a new era, but he also said after Dominion, they were going to take a step back and see where they needed to go. So maybe it's a new era like a prequel era, or maybe a new era like something totally distant from the spirit of Dominion. Could even be a Planet of the Dinosaurs thing. Bottom line, this sort of tells us that the next Jurassic movie is going to be something set apart from the last few. Dewanda Wise does not think she's going to come back, and sorry, it makes her sad. That's actually, I don't want anybody to be left out or feel upset. You can make a character that isn't well received, or maybe just a movie that's not well received, and improve it in a follow-up. I just want Jurassic Park to be Jurassic Park again, guys. Look, with the ingredients that we've been told about, they're filming in Hawaii, David Koepp is writing, Gareth Edwards is directing, Dewanda Wise may not be returning for a substantial role, and a new era is going to be what this whole series is about. It sounds like a pretty different trajectory so far, and I guess for the fans of the whole coexist thing, you've got Jurassic World Chaos Theory. That seems to be kind of the bookend of this whole era that we are coming out of. Don't really know what to expect with the next one. I'm crossing my fingers hoping that it's good, but yeah, Dewanda Wise doesn't think that she's going to come back, and it does look like they're getting a lot of people together to kind of move away from Dominion. But anyways, guys, those are all just my own thoughts and opinions. What do you think about this information, and what are your thoughts on this whole project like existing? What are they so far? A lot of people are actually, it seems like they got the most excited over David Koepp and Gareth Edwards, and I'm in that boat too. I'm just not like super ecstatic because of modern Hollywood, so we'll see what they do. Anyways, those are all just my own thoughts and opinions on the subject matter. Whatever yours happen to be, I'd love to hear all about them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.